and welcome to Wild Crochet Designs. This is our midweek live here at Wild Crochet Designs. Yay! I'm sorry, I'm just too excited. I get to say hello to all of my fun subscribers. We hit our 17,000 subscriber mark over the weekend, I should say, and very excited about that. Too exciting, too exciting. Firstly, I'd like to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to our channel over the past 5 years, maybe 6 soon 6. Hello, Middle Earthians, lovely to have you here, the beautiful Karen. Hi, Karen. And I just wanted to say thank you to anyone who has subscribed or who's asked their friends to subscribe, or the dog or the cat, whoever they've asked to subscribe. Thank you very much. And thank you to those of you who are watching our videos. Hello, beautiful Franca, lovely to have you here. Hazel, hello, Hazel. Hazel, your name is new. Are you new here, Hazel? I hope you are. But if you're not, doesn't matter. We've got some regulars, we've got some oldies, and we've got some really oldies that's been around for a long time like me. Beautiful Bonnie, hello, welcome. Daphne, hello, beautiful Daphne, lovely to have you here. We have a busy live like we do every other live, and everyone's saying hello to everyone. We've got a great community here. Hazel, if you are newish to the lives, but you've been around, have you? Well, when I say been around, you've been around with us. I don't mean to make it sound like that. You've been with us for a while and you're just new to the lives. Lovely to have you here. We have a lot of fun on the lives. Sometimes we have too much fun and we get into mischief, but it's all good mischief. Nothing bad ever happens on the lives. She's not sure. She's not sure. I missed last Wednesdays. Yes, but you're back. I'm trying to work my camera out today, guys. It's all over the place. I have no idea why. Let's just bring it up and then bring it down. How does that sound? Does that work? Does that work better? Is that better? Nothing at all, says Franca. We never do anything wrong. Oh, it works both ways, does it? Oh, I'm so glad, Hazel. You're in the right place then. Listen to Bonnie. She's doing what I'm doing. We're always good on our live. You can't even look at the camera and say that. I'm always good. Try not to look. All right, so we have a very busy live. Hello, beautiful Raylene. I'm supposed to contact you this week. I'm supposed to contact another lady this week as well, in reference to the winning of your prizes from the Australian Sheep and Wool Show. And I apologise for not sending them out to you. I was going to sort out a way where we can actually meet up, but I'm running late on everything, so I'm going to post them. So if you're waiting from a prize from me from past, it's coming. It's all just going to go by post. I won't be sorting out a get together. I'd love to get together, but I just don't have the time. I've got a lot happening this month, and September's a very busy month here for Wild Crochet Designs. So I'm thinking of posting it out, but I will talk to you guys anyway. We can sort that out via private message. This is so naughty. I don't know. I really don't know what's wrong with the camera today. Is it me? Might just be me. Might be nothing wrong with it. Okay, what is the chat? Yes. Yes. Welcome, Hazel. Yes, welcome. No rush. We will be away for 3 weeks. Oh, lucky girl, lucky girl, lucky girl. Well, I'm here for 3 weeks, just in case you want to know. I'm here all the time. I have no life. Nothing wrong from what I can see. Thanks, Middle Earthians. It's you. It looks great on your end. Okay, that's good. Okay, the camera's fine. Okay, all good. Maybe it's just my eyes. You know what? It's all these curls. You guys, I got the curly hair back because my straightening irons went to straightening iron heaven, yeah. And I also, I don't know if I cut it wrong. I cut that much off. What? I did it myself. No, the lady in the mirror did it for me. It wasn't me. Oops. Do you know how much mousse is in this hair? Because I haven't curled it for so long, that when I put the mousse in, it just kind of went curly here and then frizzed out the side. It would look like this about 10 minutes before the live. So I wet it again and just put a whole lot of mousse in it. Otherwise, it looks terrible. But we're here. We're here to talk about how I'm not putting anything up on the channel. They're all saying, wait a minute, didn't she promise us this, 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 and this, and all of this are just going to have to wait a little bit more, but it's coming, I promise. I like the curls. I had my hair because it can't decide what it wants to do. Middle Earthians, you have to see me first thing in the morning. All this is just like sitting there. It's like, I don't know why it goes on that side. It just like has its own little hello, and there's just like this patch, stuck patch here, and it's all sitting on that angle. But we won't talk about that because you guys don't see that. One day I'll take a video. I did do a funny video of me, like the first, well, not first day, a day in the life of Mary. That was a funny video. But I need to do a serious one where it's a day in the life of Mary. You get to see behind the scenes, like what happens, how I set up for the cameras, how I set up for when I'm taking video downwards on the work while I'm crocheting, how I set up for when I'm taking videos here, and you can get to see the whole thing. It will just mean the lighting will be all over the place, so you get to check out what happens in the background. I need to do one of those videos. It'll take a while before I do that anyway. We're so behind. I'm going to catch up on everything else before I do any of that. But that video is going to come because I did promise you that a while back. I promised you that when I did the funny one. And I never did it. So I will get a serious one out there. But you know me, nothing's ever serious. It starts off serious. Look, I mean well, I do. And then all of a sudden I think of something funny to do in it. And I think, oh, I should put that in it. No, they don't want to see that. Yeah, they do. I put something silly in it just to make you laugh a little bit. I mean, especially with these days and our, you know, mundane, boring life that we, not that we all live a boring life, but you know what I mean? Like it's mundane, same old, wake up, go to work, go shopping, skimp on the shopping because it's so expensive these days, and then come back with all the cheapest items that you can find these days. It's so expensive out there. It's crazy. Love your hair. That woman in the mirror needs to leave hair alone. I have to give it a trim. It was terribly damaged on the bottom, Franca. Well, I didn't. She did. Good afternoon from the freezing Canberra. Hello, Jay. Oh, my gosh. I need to message you too. I've got to message a lot of people. I am so busy. I have to message a lot of people. I think we all agree that woman in the mirror is very naughty. She's a bad girl. We won't talk about her anymore. Since we have had hot weather, my hair is curly and annoying. Yes, I know that happens. I know. Can't wait for can't wait for the heat. It's been pretty cold here in Melbourne, Australia. We love to laugh, and laughing with people is the best. You know what? I kind of think our lives can be so tiring sometimes and so draining that sometimes you just need to, you know, take a load off, sit back, relax. And this is what our lives are for. We're not really very serious on the lives, not really. But I do talk about our projects, and you can see me going like this because the beautiful Pretty as a Peacock blanket is sitting on my table, which I was working on before the live. I was having a bit of a play. Now, I did start recording the last 2 rows, which was the next 2 rows for you guys. Rounds. I keep calling them rows. They're not rows. They're rounds. Come on, woman. Get it right. She can't get it right. So I started recording the next 2 rounds that you guys will be seeing, and I'm finding it a little bit wobbly, like it's starting to wave. Bear with me on it. I'll have a play, but it looks something like, it doesn't look something like this. It is this. It looks like that. And it's going to go on a slant now. You're going to see gaps, and you're going to see the gaps like that. Like that. And I can't really explain it to you, but it's a very basic stitch, and I told you this stitch was going to be basic. It was either this or the V-stitch that I was going to do, and I tried the V-stitch. I wasn't happy with that. I'm starting to not be happy with this as well, so bear with me, guys. I will get it correct for you. I will work that wave out. There must be another way. Maybe I'm adding too many chains in there. Maybe every 3rd row I drop a chain. We'll see. Let me play with it. Once I work that pattern out, I can say, right, head off on your own and do 20 rows of this, or 5 rows, or 10 rows, however big you want your blanket to be. Now, I will write, I'm sorry, let's start that again. I will measure how much mine will be. I will let everyone know that's pretty much how it will be. If you want yours to be bigger, just do another 5 rows, 2 rows, 10 rows, whatever. If you don't want it that big, just stop at row 4. Okay, so you've got plenty of options for the blanket, and I will let you know within the tutorial, so you won't be like left out in the dark. See you later, go make your rows. I'll let you know exactly how big your blanket will be if you did 5 rows. I'm sorry, 4 rows, sets of 4, I think, at this stage. You know, don't quote me on it. Or if you do 8 rows, or if you do 12 rows, I'll let you know exactly how many rows will make a certain measurement, and that'll give you an idea of how big you can make your blanket, because this part of the blanket is going to be just a repeat until you get to the size of the blanket you want, giving yourself an extra 5 centimeters left for us to do some border rows, or like a beautiful, I haven't decided yet on the border row, but once I get this pattern down packed, then I will actually do the border row. And I say border row, but round. I mean border rounds. Like there won't just be a one round. There might, just depending on how this looks with that look. Depending on how this looks. Otherwise, I might have to do 2 or 3 rounds for the border. But don't quote me on it yet. Get excited. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to clap. That can be really loud on the camera, someone told me, so I didn't mean to clap. But I'm getting excited because I know that it's getting to the stage where all you have to do is just keep going. Not now, not after part 3, but after part 4, is just keep going until you get to your measurements. And that's the stage I want you guys to be at. So you can decide how big you want your blanket to be, which is going to be very exciting. It'll be our very next tutorial next week, not this week. This week we still have, what do we have? First Thursday of the month, and we have the zip purse, which is only going to be about that small. I've got a red one here, which I was playing with. I showed you this a few weeks ago, and I'm showing it now. So I'm playing with that one there at the moment, but ours will be green, so don't look at this one here. This is just one I was playing with just to get some ideas, and I've missed all of the chat. It's only okay because everyone's just saying hello to each other. You haven't got new hair straightener? No, I don't have a new hair straightener, Jay. I'm not going to buy one at this stage. I just don't think it's worth its weight in gold. I really don't think it's worth it right now. So there you go. Hello, Sherry. Hello. Lovely to have you here. Hello. Phone isn't liking me to sound. The sound is gone. Okay. Yes. Hello, Kiki. You're late, but you haven't missed too much. Hun. It wasn't bad. That clap wasn't. Okay, that's good, because a lot of people have told me don't clap because it's too loud. Yeah. Okay. Where's my pattern? Not being pushy. Karen, it is done. I'm just going over it. And in actual fact, I went over it late last night while I was half asleep. I wasn't even, I just went on to the pattern just to have a look. I was half asleep and I thought, oh, I noticed a mistake in round 16. Oh, it's a big one. So I'm going to go in there and play with that over the next couple of days. You will get it on the weekend at some stage, but don't quote me on a date. Now, I will talk to you about how we're going to get it to you. I think we mentioned email the last time. So you will get it. I'm sorry, you'll get it. But the weekend sounds good. And what I want you to do is follow the pattern as best you can. If you find that you can't work the pattern out, have a look at the video. Don't watch the video without doing the pattern, reading the pattern first, yeah? I'm getting this pattern tested so that I can send the full pattern off to the lovely Jody Mann when she returns from her vacation or wherever she's gone, and I'll send the pattern off to her and she can actually have her free pattern. This pattern will be a pattern on my website. It will be a paid pattern, but Jody gets it for free because she was part of our giveaway at the time, which we are now calling surprises. We're no longer calling them giveaways. They're called surprises, and it's only to get rid of all the naughty people online who start saying, well, you've won this giveaway. When really, I never ever say to you, click on a link, you've won this giveaway. I will never say that. Never. I will, if I know where you are on social media, I'll message you and say, go watch the video and follow the instructions on how to contact me. But I will never, ever send you a message saying, click on this link because you've won. I will never do that. So just heads up there. You may have to change the first Thursday of the month at this point. I'm thinking Middle Earthians of holding it out till September now. It's out of control. It's out of control. I'm missing an email too. I know, Kiki, I'm sending you one as well. There's a lot of people I need to send messages to. Jay, Kiki, Raylene, Stephanie or Stefania, or Stephanie. We'll just call her Stephanie at the stage. So I need to email a lot of people. They're coming, guys. Just bear with me. Sound is back. Okay. That's how I was going to do it. Yeah. Have a look. Read the pattern first, if you can, Karen. I want to pretend like you don't have a video in front of you. I know part 1 and part 2 will be simple. I think part 3 will be a little bit difficult to write as a pattern. But see, I don't write these things. I just think them up in my head and play. That's the way I've always been, right? But we'll work it out. We'll work it out. Part 4 will be easy to write. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. That'll be easy to write. And part 5 will be the final part, which will be your border rows, rounds, if you will. Whether it's 1 round, 2 rounds, or 3, I have not decided, because I haven't actually decided on a border yet. So until I see, and this is funny, people don't realize this, I've changed this pattern for part 4 3 times. Started off with single crochets and chains, then it went 4 times, sorry, and then it went to half double crochets, chain ones, half double crochet, chain one, skip in between. Then it went to V stitches with chains in the middle of them. Then it went to this stitch. Now, this could change again. That's why I'm saying that's why it takes me so long to get something like this out when I'm creating for the channel, because I'm creating it for the channel. This is not a pattern that's written and ready. This is a pattern I'm creating specifically for you guys on YouTube. Yay! So there you go. All right, let's talk about first Thursday of the month, shall we? Okay. I'm not sure whether to hold it out. But for those of you who have the pattern for the beanie, the V-stitch beanie, as you actually have one previous, in previous videos, the free pattern that will come to you before first Thursday goes up. So you won't miss out. For those of you, like one person here has actually purchased the whole Tandy Farm yarn and box kit at the show. She knows who she is. She will be getting her pattern sent to her. But at this stage, I'm thinking first Thursday is taking so long that I'm just going to put it in the back burner. And it will come, I promise. It will. We're just going to have to change the name completely, seriously. What you're doing or not doing. Oh, yeah, no. What am I doing? We're not doing. You're right, Bonnie. Okay. I actually am interested in becoming a designer, but am unsure how to go about doing it, since I've only been crocheting since September. All right, now let's talk about designing. Okay, designing it can be tricky, and then there are easy things that you can design. Like you can design basic granny square blankets with granny squares and how they set them together and just give it a pretty border. You can design that easy. You can design beanies, easy. You can design scarves, easy. You can design a lot of things easy, but when it comes to clothing, you have to be very careful with clothing. You have to actually get measurements correct, and you have to make sure you focus on your gauge as well. Gauge is first thing first. You need to do a gauge. I never did a gauge. I never ever did a gauge until I started, and this is the reality, until I started YouTube, which is why my clothing was always off, because I would just find a pattern, purchase a pattern, whatever, make the cardigan and wonder, why is it so big? Or why is it so tight? What have I done? It's because I didn't focus on a gauge. An absolute must to focus on a gauge. Seriously, I can't express that enough. How about not first Thursday of the month? We'll call it, it's not first. You know what? We'll do that, Karen. It's going to be called, it's not first Thursday of the month. How's that? We'll do it and just pop it in somewhere, like on a Monday or a Wednesday or something. First Thursday of September will have to be a double. I have to do a whole hour, won't I? Well, no, I do want first Thursday to be on its own in September, because we want to talk about Christmas. That's a nice song. Did I miss someone? I think I did. Marty! Hello, I did miss you. Hello, I didn't even know you were on. Hello. I thought I saw a name, but I wasn't sure. The king is in the building. The king and queen are in the building. um, you guys, they've started already, these two. Kiki and Marty, get in the corner. You know what? Grab yourself a coffee and a tea and get in the corner and we'll have a chat. Jeannie, hello, Jeannie. Hello, lovely to see you here. Are you new or am I forgetting your name? Welcome, by the way. Yeah, so designing is tricky and you really need to focus on measurements. And if you're not sure, we can talk about that in the future as well. I might do a specific video regarding what happens and what you should do once you have finished creating a pattern, because it's taking me forever to get that cardigan pattern worked out. Like, you guys have seen it. I've done the cardigan pattern. It's done. You've seen it. It's done. But trying to work out the measurements for everybody else is completely tricky. You are new. Well, welcome, Jeannie. I hope you like fun. I hope you like silliness, and I hope you like to relax, because our lives are just like that. We do a little bit of chat about, business, but not much, just very minimal. No, Mary, they love it there. You need to say you can never go back to the corner. They love sitting here. I know, they love it. Yes, and Jeannie, we have what we call a naughty corner here. That's where all the naughty people go when they're naughty. The naughty subscribers, that's where they go. Julie, hello, Julie McLean. Lovely to have you here. We're already in the corner and we don't do coffee in the corner, darling. Nope, we don't do coffee in the corner. Did you see? I don't know if anyone had a look at my Instagram picture the other day. I had my banana for potassium, my vitamin C tablets, and my grapes. Can I help it that the shops blended it and put it in a bottle? What? What? Where is Guy? Guy's here. Where is he? Where is he? Up the top. Here, hang on. Let me do this. Way up the top. There he is. That's Guy, if you're wondering, to all the newbies. That is Guy. Oh, now I've messed around with the camera. Hello. Yes, Guy is up the top. I've got all the lovely gifts that my beautiful subscribers send me right there, and beautiful cards. I'm going to run out of space soon. I'm going to have to get rid of the yarn just so I can pop all the stuff there. Oh, what? All right. Where am I? Saw it. Yeah. There is Guy. He's there. Still grape juice. It counts. That's right, Kiki. Quite a few years back, I had some issues with my legs, and someone said to me, "Oh, look, to fix the problem, you need to drink a lot of grape juice." And I thought, which kind? They said, not that kind. We're talking real grapes. Real grapes. Oh, I thought you were talking about the other grape juice. I'm designing a blanket with 2 stitches that are not being used together on YouTube. Okay, that's good. That's good. Always write everything down. Fermented grape juice and fermented stuff is supposed to be good for you. Not the way I take it. Well, 1 is supposed to be, not 3 or 4 or 5. That's far too many fermented drinks. No, so we're supposed to be, this is a business live. She tries to pull the face. My doctor told me I need to drink 5 bottles a day. I now realize he meant water. Are you sure? Oh, he didn't mean the grape juice, the special grape juice. You're just staying hydrated. I've got your back, Mary. Thanks, Kiki. All right. Let's get down to business. We are going to do first Thursday of the month, and you know what? I'm going to call it, like Karen said. Let me write this down. Like Karen says, let's call it. It's not first Thursday of the month. We'll call it that when it goes up. It's not first Thursday of the month. She's writing it down. She's so silly. And we won't do capital letters because capital letters is yelling at people, but we'll call it, it's not first Thursday of the month. First Thursday. Come on, say that fast for me, everyone. It's not first Thursday of the month. Say it fast 10 times. Go. I dare you. I bet someone says, I can do it. Well, whatever. Who cares? She's so naughty today. I'm already naughty, guys. Already. It's only 25 minutes in and I'm staying in the corner today. Everybody stay over there and let me sit in the corner alone to cry. No, that's not going to happen. All right. So we're definitely getting First Thursday out eventually. I don't know when. Now, I leave it up to you. We are going to also get the zip purse out as well. Now, the zip purse, as you know, will be looking like that. Not so much in these colors, but in the green. It's going to be all green. It will probably be about, a little tiny purse. It won't be anything major. But the stitch you guys have probably already used. I have done 3 different stitches. So it's just a matter of what I record. Which stitch I recorded in. The only problem you will have is popping these little stitches in here, there, right there. That's the only problem you will have. You will need a thin crochet hook, or you will need to sew your piece. Now, I will show you the thin crochet hook version one. We've already done a sewing zip one on the channel, so I'm going to use a thin crochet hook, which is the ones you use for doilies, small doilies, very thin doilies. So use one of those, and anything under you could even get away with a 2.mm hook. A 2mm hook. You can get away with 2 of it, but 2. But I'm going down. I think I'm going down to a 1.5mm hook. But don't quote me on it because I can't remember. I can't remember. I played with this one so long ago. It goes to show how long it's been since we were supposed to have done First Thursday. Not First Thursday. We were supposed to have done the zip purse way before the Australian Sheep and Wool Show in July. That's how far back we were supposed to have done the purse. Mary Wanamaker's probably thinking, where's my zip purse? Now, if you didn't know this, Mary Wanamaker was the lady one of our subscribers, who decided to choose a colour zip, or a coloured zip, if you will. We had Live Antics, which we are bringing back after we do First Thursday, the zip, and part 4 of our Pretty as a Peacock blanket. Okay, once we get those 4 out, we'll bring Live Antics back. And Live Antics was, and let's just pretend this is what I'm talking about. I pop the camera down and you guys choose all the yarn from the table, whether it's 4 or 5 different colors. You choose 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 4 or 5 or whatever, and then I will create an item on the channel specifically with the colors that you have chosen. All right, and that's what happened with Mary Wanamaker. I put all the zips down. She chose the green, so we're going to be making the green. That will be the very next tutorial up, and your First Thursday will be the very next video vlog, if you will, up. So you won't get we don't get a lot of video vlogs. I used to do them a lot, where I just used to get on the channel and talk about things that I made. I don't do that as much. I might start doing that again. I don't know. We'll think about it. We'll see how we go. I might start doing a video vlog of items I make outside of the channel, because I remember when I did the show, the Australian Sheep and Wool Show, quite a few people came to the show and said, wait a minute, you've never done that on the channel. I haven't seen that on the channel. Why haven't I seen this on the channel? Why haven't I seen that? And then I realized that there are a lot of things I do outside of the channel, for other people, for family members, for friends. Got a very special thing coming up for a family member soon. You guys are going to be the ones to see it first. Well, she will see it first, obviously. The lady's having a baby. And I'm creating a beautiful blanket for her. It will be a Grafgan, but it will not be on our channel because it's way too difficult. But I will show you a little tutorial, and you can have a little look-see about how I mess around with Grafgans in one of our video vlogs, if you will. And I'll do one of those because I might start doing them every now and then. You might see a video vlog go up, me discussing about things that I'm creating outside of the channel. And you can get an idea of why sometimes it does take a long time for me to upload, because I'm working on whatever that is or whatever that is. But I still upload nonetheless. Okay, I've lost all the chat. Let's go back to where you were. I was going to spam the chat, but I'll be good for once. Be a good girl, Kiki. We'll pop you in the corner a different way. A friend of mine who is a crochet attitude designer is helping me. Okay, that's good, Franca. That's what I need, Franca. A 1.5 millimeter hook. You don't have to use a 1.5. You can use a 2.5. 2.5. You can use a 2 millimeter hook as well. It's not for the whole tutorial. It's just to get inside the zip. It's just to get in the zip because going into that is really tricky. Yeah. I've lost all the chat. Very thin, yes. I just have to say I love your hair when it's curly. Oh, thank you, Kiki. But it's a little bit tame now. Before the live, literally 5 minutes before the live, it was like that. And then it was this like bushy thing here. And so I wet it and just put some more mousse on it just to close it up. Because first time I've curled it in, I don't know how long it's been since I haven't curled it. Do you have any chemo caps? No, Jeannie, I don't. I don't like to do them for the simple fact that I don't know how that will go on the scalp. It doesn't mean you can't find them. A lot of people do them, Jeannie. If you find someone who does them, that's great. I'm a little bit hesitant about it on the scalp, on the skin. I know you can use cotton and that's great. I tried a chemo cap. I did it twice for the lady. She wasn't happy with the first one. It was too thick on her head. And I used an 8-ply, which is a DK weight or a number 3. So I bought a light weight cotton. I used that and I think she still wasn't happy with it. So I'm a little bit hesitant about beanies on the skin itself. Not so much on hair because hair covers a lot and it covers your skin a lot, so it's okay. But there are a lot of people out there who do make them. I probably won't make one for the channel. No, I'm a little bit hesitant about how it affects the skin. Middle Earthian, if you join a crochet class, then you can speak to the teachers. That's what I did. She gives me private lessons. Yes, there's a lot of people out there. Thanks, Jeannie. I just thought I'd be honest with you in that area. I'm just a little bit hesitant myself. Same thing when people say, oh, do you do mittens for babies? Never. I will never do mittens for babies because they put them in their mouth. I will never make a cardigan for babies with straps. Never. Anything that will endanger a child or anything that will do some kind of rash or damage to his scalp, I wouldn't do it. So there are people out there who do it, but I'm being honest. I won't do it. People asked me for masks when they first came out. Crochet masks do not protect you. They're just for good looks. If you want to pop them over your own mask, you can. They're just for good looks. So I wouldn't do them. Was it an online class? A lot of classes you can do locally at your local council group or your local shire. I don't know what shire you're from or what council you're from. They have their little council groups and you pay a little bit cheaper than the large groups. But there are large groups. A lot of shops have their own, like a lot of yarn stores have their own teachers that will teach. I know that you're not from Melbourne, so I'm not going to say here in Melbourne, but I believe there is a lot of places around where you can get a lot of tuition from, but you can get a cheaper form of tuition from council groups. I don't know how much their teachers will know. Lots of libraries have groups. Yes, Jay, thank you. Lots of libraries have them. Middle Earthians, you can check your library. I don't know if there's one online. I've never looked, so I couldn't tell you. You know what though, when it comes to crochet, you've only just started, so give yourself some time. Before you start designing, spend more time crocheting. Even if you're just doing rows and rows and rows of nothing, yeah, or rounds and rounds and rounds of nothing, just spend more time crocheting. You need to get your tension right before you can even consider designing. Get yourself organized before you do any of that. And then you can start talking about designing. Yeah. Hello, Anne McSee. Sorry you're late. Oh, you're here. We're going to leave you here now. Sorry. No, just kidding, Anne. We love you. She was working in a yarn shop. Yes, most of them do, actually, Franca. I don't think I have classes like that here in Canada. They should be. Actually, they should be. But I will definitely try to look around. No, Canada does have them. I hear them talk about it on other lives. You need to pop on some Canadian crochet sites and check them out because I hear them talk about it. So there should be. I was asked if I would teach homeschool kids to crochet. I considered it for a minute, then remembered I don't like I don't like children. I'd make a horrible crochet teacher. I like my own children. That's it. We're so bad, Kiki. Sometimes Hobby Lobby has classes. Okay. Yes, we're all saying hello to Anne. That's lovely. Google groups in your area. Also, Middle Earthians, check Facebook groups. Check with them. You might be able to work something out with them as well. You can ask questions there. I don't know. Actually, I don't know whether that would work because sometimes I don't like these unusual questions like that. They don't like it. Oh, you're late again. I look lovely. Oh, thank you, Fluffy Kitten. Oh, you've got such a beautiful name. You're such a beautiful name. Speaking of kittens, my cat, she's so sad. She's not happy. She keeps swiping the dog every 5 seconds it comes past. And I'm working because when I do my tutorials, I'm right beside the window where the animals are. So I'm looking down and every now and then I look up while I'm looking down. Then I look up because I can see the dog walking past, bouncing around because he's such a happy guy. And she's like, swipes him. And every now and then she just bites his leg. I'm thinking, what is wrong with you? She's not happy, Larry Cat. She's not happy. She's a bit sad at the moment. I'm gonna have a drink, guys, because I'm all itchy. I'm starting to get itchy again with the cup that Karen sorted out for me. There you go, Karen. I'm drinking from your cup. What does that say? Let me read it. It says Mary's cup. Her commonly used phrases. Congratulations on reaching 16,000 subscribers. That was not that long ago, and we already reached 17,000 this week. Very exciting. Cheers, everyone. Woohoo. Celebration. And yes, it's water. It's not the grape kind. If I had the grape kind here, I would just fall asleep right here, right now. Good night. I'll be out like a light. She's all right. She's just, she swipes the dog all the time. I think between the pair of them, they're both old. We found out that the dog is roughly 15 years old. We weren't sure, but we found that out this week. One of a family member who remembered the dog from when he was little said, oh, I remember him way back from 14 years ago. So he's probably around 15. I went, what? So there you go. Middle Earthian, Jada and Stitches is Canadian on YouTube when she lives, she lives, I don't know what she's saying there. When she lives, ask her people on her, Oh, Kiki has done a super chat to go towards your 5 serves of fruit. I love it, Kiki. I love it. You are hilarious. Thank you so much for that super chat. It is well appreciated all the time. Any super chat is well appreciated. And thank you very much for that, Kiki. Well, you're hilarious. I need to come to Queensland. We need to party. By party, I mean crochet and drink special grape drinks. That's what I mean. Well, we can go on town and crochet. I have crocheted in a pub. I have many times before. I need to go to a pub and say, right, I have a YouTube channel. Can I crochet here? I need to do it one day and see what happens. Do you reckon they'll let me? With the cameras and everything? What? Will they let me? No, they probably won't. They'll probably say, I'm sorry, you can't. You really can't crochet here. And they'll put that mouth. And they'll do the face. No, they don't care. They don't care what you do in a pub as long as you're drinking. Special grape drinks. All right, so guys, I want to do that for a minute. We are on... Yes. Oh, what have I done? I don't know what I've done now. Let's go back to... we've got top chat, live chat. That's what I want. Hello. It doesn't want to work for me now. Nothing's working. Oh, what? Here we go. I don't know what I did there, but something's gone wrong. Oh, we're good. We're back. I did something to my camera. It's all right. Crochet Owl is also from Canada. Crochet Owl, as in hoot. No, it's hoot, hoot. What does an owl do? Hoot, hoot. Careful, she'll probably hang up on us again. Remember that time? That was hilarious. And I even read it. It said, would you like to quit now? Yes or no? Yes. Everybody was gone, just like that. Woot, 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 woot. I don't know what an owl does. What does an owl say? He doesn't say anything. He's an owl. He doesn't say anything. It's like, what does a cat say? He doesn't say anything. He's a cat. She's lost the plot already, guys. All right, so we've had another quiet week this week, but there are tutorials coming, so bear with me. Pups can be funny. I once went in one dressed as a sandwich, and a barman said, "Sorry, we don't serve food here." See, this is, for those of you joining us new, this is what happens. Marty gets on and starts, tossing all jokes our way, which we love. We're not complaining. We love it. We love to laugh and we love to be silly in a good way. We're never naughty. Never, ever naughty. I ask my cats when they would like their dinner, they always respond, "Meow, meow." I don't ask them, they just tell me. Years ago we had a King Charles Cavalier, and she's since passed. She used to scratch at the window when it was time for dinner, right? Scratch, 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 and I'd have to go out, feed them, and then come back in. She passed away, but the cat who grew up with her never scratched at the window when the dog did it. When the dog passed away, she started scratching at the window. She took over the scratching. So I don't know. They just copy each other. She actually was raised with the King Charles Cavalier as a kitten. She left the mother's side at about 4 weeks, so she didn't really want to be with the group, which was really weird, right? So we just took her. Literally around 5 weeks, just took her because she didn't want to be with mum and she was already eating normal food. So we took her and brought her here. So we threw her straight in with the dog. We put them in the laundry together, locked the door and left them there for 24 hours with food. Because someone said to me, if you want them to get used to each other, toss them in a room and shut the door. They'll get used to it. And they did. You heard a bit of a scuffle and a bit of a whatever. And then you like that, whatever. And then all of a sudden, they're best friends. Literally 24 hours, they were best friends. Because if you leave them alone to fend for themselves, shut the door, lock them in a place, as long as there's food and water, yeah, they'll work it out. It was a bit messy when I went in there because one used the kitty litter and one didn't. So it was a little bit messy when I went in there, but they got used to it and it was really good. Now, where am I? Carolyn says, did you cut your hair? I took that much off, but the curls that's normal. I just haven't got a hair straightener anymore. Love the dog breed. Had one to Maggie May. Hello, TNL Richmond. Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome. You look new or you sound new. I do not remember that name, so welcome. If you have been on, I do apologise. But if you're new, welcome. I want one of that breed. Look, I have to be honest with you. The King Charles Cavalier is a beautiful dog. It's a great lap dog and it's lap dog. Get it right, lap dog, and it's great with children. It is like the best dog to own. They don't live very long. Did I say that out loud? They don't live very long. They have a very short span. Don't get me wrong. She lived till she was 12, but their span of life is not that good, and their brain, something happens to their scalp or something, their skull kind of, it's a long story, but we had a few issues with her towards the end. So there we go. The way I did it was put the dog in the crate and leave they make friends overnight. Well, ours did, yeah. My poor dog would be murdered if I did that. You are very new. Well, welcome, TNL. I say that fast. Welcome. We have a lot of fun on our lives. We do obviously do tutorials here on the channel as well, but we're all good. I keep saying that. But none of us are good. We're all naughty. No, come on. The beautiful Anne McSee, she's a good girl. We like Anne McSee. And there's lovely Karen, she's a good girl too. And Bonnie. Oh, Kiki. No, Kiki, get in the corner. There's Marty. Marty's a good boy. No, get in the corner, Marty. Middle Earthians is a good girl. Middle Earthians is good. Not everyone's good. How naughty am I? Every time we had a cat, the garage was her home, but she used to visit old ladies' houses and they would feed her. She kept the ladies company. That's nice. Great to see newbies. Welcome. Thank you, Marty, for welcoming our newbies. Thank you, Karen, for welcoming our newbie. I can't see that. Oh, here we go. What no fun had here? We're all very serious. Uh-uh. No. No, we are. Look, we get crochet serious when we have to. Nice to meet you guys. I was surprised to see live chat at this hour. Okay, TNL, we're from Melbourne, Australia. Not sure where you are from. I do a normal live chat Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Melbourne, Australia time, that is, and Wednesday afternoon at 4 p.m. Melbourne, Australia time. Now, I've been on this live for 45 minutes. So if you were wanting to watch this live again, just go back 45 minutes this time next week, and that's when we start. So that's our Wednesday live, but we had the Saturday morning lives at 10 a.m. They're the ones that can get a little bit out of control. Not me, because I'm a good girl. You guys are just so naughty. So naughty. You're from Chicago, Chicago. 1:40 a.m. there. Okay, quite early, and well, late or early, depending on what time you go to bed. 2:47 where Bonnie is. What? In the morning, obviously. Yes, in Georgia, USA, Chicago, USA. Yeah, we have a lot of USA subscribers here, which is great. We have quite a few Australians here at the moment, which is great. A lot of them on our live right now, which is fabuloso. And obviously the few that are from England. I'm not sure. Is there one from Canada here? Let's see. We've got an English, US, Australian, and what else? What else? Let me see. Let me see. I think that's it at this stage. Everybody else is just the ones I've said. Okay, it is 7:45 a.m. where Frank is from in the UK, 1:47 in Kansas, and 1:47 in Manitoba, Canada. So we have a Canadian here as well. We have lots and lots of different people from all over the world. I like to call this our crochet family. We suffer the same time problems than when watching overseas. Absolutely correct, Anne. I love watching, as you know, I love the beautiful Krista from Secret Yarnery. Krista from Secret Yarnery. Crystal and Secret Yarnery as well. Crystal from Bag O Day and Krista from Secret Yarnery. But Crystal from Bag O Day, is my very favourite crochet lady to watch. And I love watching her, and her times are all over the place as well. But, you know, it happens. Fiber Spider. Haven't seen him for a while. I haven't watched him for a while. He's probably around. I just haven't watched him for a while. Hello, Yvonne. Lovely to have you here. You made it. Yay. Canadian here and going right away. Have to work. Oh, you have to go now. Oh, good night, Middle Earthians. She has to work tomorrow. It happens. When you got to work, hey? It's life. Yeah, we usually have my sister comes in as well. We just call her Auntie T, and she pops in as well. But that's on Saturdays because she works during the week. So there you go. Night ME, yes, Middle Earthian, yes. Spider made jalapeno. Oh, I saw that, but I didn't actually watch the video. He's gone into cooking lately. I've noticed that. He did cookies at one stage, I think. Yeah, he's got into cooking now, which is fine, you know. Have a great night, and I'll catch you next Wednesday. Catch you next Wednesday, Middle Earthians. Yeah, if you haven't seen Fiber Spider, guys, he is another fellow crocheter, and he also does reading. He reads books, yeah. And now we started with the cooking. I believe he's done a knitting. He's done a knitting tutorial as well, and now he's doing cooking, which is fine too. He does origami as well. Yes, he does that as well. Yeah, he does a lot, doesn't he, on his channel? Should make the cookies to see if they go well with the grape juice. Kiki, I think the cookies he made were from a cookie dough pack. It's from the US, so I think so. I can't remember. It was such a long time ago. I watched that also. Nice, and I were wanting to try making some, and there he was. Okay, that's good, Daphne. You're lucky. But I believe he did use, I'm not from the US, but I believe he used a pack, like a dough pack from the US. Am I correct in saying that? I can't remember. It was such a long time ago when I saw it. And I got halfway through it and I thought, oh, I don't think so. I don't think we have that here. I made his corner beef burger. That's hilarious. Thins they work very good. Okay, we'll have to check that out. Middle Earthian, see you next time in the naughty corner. In the naughty corner. All right, so guys, the kind of week we've had this week, I should say I've had this week because you guys haven't seen anything. They're thinking, is she sleeping? Does she just sleep all day? That's what she does. Now, I wish. I don't wish because I really don't like sleeping much. But the kind of week I've had this week was I tend to record, as you know, in the morning because the afternoon, the lighting is all over the place. I record in the morning and I've been recording part of the Pretty as a Peacock blanket, part of the zip. I'm halfway through the zip. I'm not even halfway. I've made the front part of the zip and the top. So I'm on the third row. I've done the second row because the first row is the one you're sewing on the zip, you're crocheting on the zip. The second row was the single crochet row. And then your third row was where I started the pattern. Now I did 2 patterns for that. One did not work out so well. The other one's not too bad now. It's starting to, I practiced on the red, as you can see, the red. And I'm going to use that particular stitch. Fingers crossed I might use that stitch because I change my mind all the time. This is why I get into a lot of trouble because I get halfway through something and think, oh, wouldn't that look nice? And then I change it. Notice how I'm looking down at the blanket when I say that because you guys are seeing this stitch. That doesn't mean that's what you're going to get because I'll probably change it. Can we come along at home to those? Hang on. What have I lost? You will be, Frank. Can we play along at home to those videos, Marty? Did I miss something? Oh, what did I miss? Oh, hang on. Oh, yes. Oh, hang on. What did I miss? Well, you should do a grape juice testing video. Oh, Marty, I should do one of those. Sure. Oops. What's happened to First Thursday? Oh, you got on a little bit late, Anne, so you missed that. I'll talk about that in a minute. Again, absolutely an interactive live. Marty, you should get on and do it with us. I'll watch the rest of this replay tomorrow. All good, Middle Earthians. Catch you soon. And you must have got on late after I talked about it. We're going to do a video called It's Not First Thursday of the Month video. Because I keep delaying it. There's all these delays. Now, Anne McSee and some other people whom I have promised the V-Stitch beanie freebie to during we used to do the wheel here a lot in the past on our lives, and you won, I think, something, and it was the V-Stitch beanie pattern, or you chose the V-Stitch beanie pattern, something like that. That's coming, and I do promise you, you will get that pattern before First Thursday goes up. Because I haven't got time for First Thursday right now, and I just keep putting it. You know what it is? It's not the First Thursday that's the problem, right? I've actually already started putting the last month's information for First Thursday. You know how I do the last month? This is what we did last month. We made this, we made that. I didn't do as much because I went to the show, the rest of it. Now, that's the easy part. That's already done. It's like, I think 5 minutes worth or 7 minutes worth of the video. The next part was going to be about the, I'm talking about it, because I may as well talk about it, is going to be about the temperature blanket that we're doing. And then the second part was going to be about the V-Stitch beanie and some other information that you will need to know for that. So that was going to be the whole video, right? So the first bit's done. It's a matter of sitting down and doing the rest. And I need this room to do that video. Worst comes to worst, I'll have to do videos in 2 different sections, right? And this room is always busy except Wednesday afternoon at 4 p.m. There's always people coming in and out of this room. It's always busy, except for 4 p.m. Wednesday afternoon and 10 a.m. Saturday mornings, which is the reason why I have those lives that time. I already had those lives that time, and I told everyone those are the dates I need for this room. You cannot be in here. And most of the times no one's in here at that time. But during the rest of the week, I can't pick everybody up and throw them out. Well, I could. They wouldn't like me very much. But let's just not talk about them. Wouldn't like me very much. So, yeah, this room is always very busy. I've never been in the naughty corner, Yvonne, because you're a good girl. You don't want to be in there. Very naughty people who go in that corner. You're a good girl. It's unfirst Thursday. You're missing out, Yvonne. You and Middle Earthians will. You'll end up in there one day, Yvonne. She had the tea party and didn't invite us. That's hilarious. At least I won't be alone. No, you're not going to be alone, Yvonne. Everyone's, oh, you have been. Oh, no, you haven't, because you probably weren't on that live. One day, everybody was giving me grief, and I said, right, everyone, get on the corner. Do you remember that day? Who remembers that day? Marty was there. Kiki was there. Franca was there. Actually, no, everybody was there except the new people who came on today, and Yvonne, and everybody else was there, I think. Anne McSee, were you there that day? I think you were. We'll have a lot of fun. We're a little bit silly. But yes, first Thursday of the month is coming, but it's not coming on Thursday. It's going to be on, it's not the first Thursday of the month. I was excused because it was my birthday. Ah, that's right. She's, I can't remember that. You've got a good memory, Anne. You've got a very good memory. I went wine tasting and my friend said, one of our jokes are coming up here now, newbies. Are you ready for it? My friend said, I'm getting hints of raspberry. What are you getting? Me? I'm getting west. Not me. I've never been in the naughty corner. Haven't you, Jay? There's still time. It was very crowded that day. There was such a thing as social distancing. No such thing. No, that's right. That means I'm innocent. You are at this stage, TNL. You've got time, though. There's plenty of time. There's plenty of time to end up in the naughty corner. Look, only cheeky people go in that naughty corner. Seriously. All right, let me give you a close-up of the stitch so you can see what I'm doing here. At this stage, you're seeing your double crochets and chains and a space. Then in the next row, you're seeing it move over. So, I forgot to bring in the picture of the peacock, the actual bird. I've printed the peacock blanket out. Picture out. I can't get it out now. The picture out so that I can record this part of the tutorial. And I did say that I was going to print it off. Didn't come out very well because my printer smudged the whole thing, but it's not too bad. You can see it a little bit. What's going to happen here is it's all going to look like that now. It's not supposed to wave. So if it starts waving, I'm going to have to create a row that will tighten that wave up. We don't want the wave. No, the wave is not. The wave means there's far too many stitches in there. So we may need to pop a row on to stop that wave from happening. But now your chains will start to go on an angle. So you'll see that look. If that makes any sense to everyone. I'm picturing it in my head that way. And I was picturing it using the V-stitch, but it didn't come out too well on the V-stitch. It wasn't that visible for me. I don't think. I do like the chain in between the double crochets look. But let's hope it doesn't end up wavy. Anne McSee, is green butterfly okay? Well, she was okay last time. We will have to do something about that, TNL. TNL, be careful of Franca. She's really cheeky. The cheekiest of cheekies. I don't know. No, not really. You've got Franca, Kiki, and Marty. I don't know who's worse. They're all the same. Green has a medical appointment. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see her next time, Anne. Use the bloom stitch. Use the bloom stitch. Let's write that one down. Bloom stitch. I love it when you guys give me... Oh, I threw the pen. I love it when you guys give me stitch ideas. I write them down. I check them out. If I like, I like. If I don't, I don't. Simple as that. And hope everything is good. Hope she is well. Yes. Oh, boy, says TNL. Oh, boy. All right, so here we go. This is the look we're going for. And those chain spaces that you see will end up on an angle. So you'll get chain, 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 chain. That way. This chain will go that way. None of them will go across. It'll all just keep going that way, that way. So when it's like a wheel, you're looking at it like a wheel. I don't know if this is making any sense, but that's considering I keep the stitch and don't change my mind. Why am I always dragged into this? You can't compare me to other people, Mary. I'm the queen. Kiki is the queen of the... All right, to the newbies. Kiki's the queen of the corner. Marty's the king of the corner. They are the queen and king of the corner. The queen, lol, the queen of the corners. I'm watching Kingswood Country, and it's so funny. Oh, such a long time ago since I watched that. Oh my gosh, that's an old show. Kiki, me and you are unique. Unique, huh? Oh, I don't know about that, Franca. I wouldn't quite call it unique. And Kiki lives up to her name, Kiki, Cheeky Kiki, Cheeky Kiki. All right, so well, I don't know how we get so sidetracked. I don't know. You guys are just not good for me. You're so bad for me. That's a nice word to describe me, Franca. You're rolling, are you there, Bonnie? Having a good time there rolling? In fits laughter. I know. We actually one day had Kath and Kim. I love Kath and Kim. I love Kath and Kim. It's one of my favorite shows. It is so stupidly funny that I love it. It's like a lot of people say, "Oh, how can you like it?" I love it. I used to work for a lady. She had a body like Kath. So we used to be called Kath and Kim. What? Leave the money on the fridge, says Anne McSee. Yes, yes. Anne, oh my gosh, such a long time ago. Such a long time ago. What? um, yeah, so I was always classified as Kim. I don't know why. I don't know why they called me Kim. For those of you overseas, if you didn't know this, Kath and Kim was one of our little comedy series show, and it was just ridiculously stupid, but ridiculously funny stupid. But it's just hilarious. And you have to it's a bit of a dry humor. You have to kind of like that kind of humor to enjoy that show. I love it. It's out of control. Mary, you're 25, right? Always 20. No, I'm 29. I've been 29 for years, Bonnie. Come on, keep up with it. I like Kath and Kim too, Frank. Love Kath and Kim. Oops. Okay. Hello. I just finished part 2 of the Pretty as a Peacock blanket. Ozzy, Gypsy, get excited. Did you just come in now? Get excited because I was just showing everybody part 4 or the start of part 4. This is only 2 rows of part 4 where you've got your double crochets, your chain, and then everything moves over, double crochets, chain, and then it'll move over again and again and again. But I will talk about whether that's actually going to be the pattern. By Saturday morning, you will know whether that will be the pattern, because at the moment it's sitting on the table and it's kind of waving a little bit, and I don't like the waves, so bear with me on that one. I watch it on Netflix. Absolutely love it. Yeah, it's hilarious. I like dry humor. It's funny as. I just dig laughing. It's so, what was that? So good for the body? Oh, I'm doing hiccups again. Every time I come on the lives, I do hiccups. I'm trying to stop it from coming out. I love it so. I'm so excited. Please, more purple. Okay, now let me talk about the purple, Aussie, so you understand. I'll just call you Aussie because Aussie Gypsy takes too long to say. So you understand, I need to get, do you mind waiting a second and I'll get the picture? Just don't touch any yarn. Wait there. I'm going to get the pictures that I printed off earlier. Talk amongst yourselves. Try to be good. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Oh, don't cry. All right. Hello. Were you good? Oh, were you all good? I left you all alone. I have 2, yes. So is this a pattern on your channel? Yes, it is, TNL. It's called Pretty as a Peacock blanket. And if you're not sure, I will pop a link to that blanket in the description box down below of this live after the live. Or you find our playlists, and it will be Pretty as a Peacock blanket playlist. You'll see it. It's there. And just start from part 1 and work your way up. Now, how advanced crocheter are you, TNL? Franco was a show called, I don't know what that is. Press your tongue to the roof of your mouth will help you get rid of the hiccups. Oh, I've tried that. I'm so new to crochet. Well, this is Crochet World. Well, TNL, don't stress too much because the stitches in this particular pattern are repetitive. So there's only the first 3 or 4 stitches, and then you just keep repeating the same thing all the way in the round. And it's not as completely difficult as it looks. So I'll give you another look at it so you can see what it looks like from far away. It looks difficult, but it actually isn't. Every stitch on this pattern here is either a single crochet, half double, double chain, and the only difference is you might find this one a little bit tricky where you do a drop down stitch, but it's the same as doing a normal stitch but in the row below. Okay, so I would take a risk and play, even if you don't do the whole blanket, play with that stitch because it's a gorgeous stitch. Sorry to interrupt everyone. No, all good. Wish laughter helps you lose. Oh, laughter helps you lose weight. Yes. Oh, you wish it does. Actually, apparently it's supposed to help your tummy muscles tighten. So keep laughing, guys. That's why I've got 3 tight tummies. Oh, I said that live. That's terrible. It's so good, strange, but good. Yes. Aussie Gypsy, you didn't interrupt. No, we're going to talk about that in a minute, so that's good. Been easy and fun. Yeah, it has been easy and fun. It's not completely difficult. Yeah. Mary makes it so simple to follow. I'm loving it. Thank you, Aussie. And also I do a lot of close-ups as well, TNL. There's a lot of close-ups on our work. So you see exactly where that hook is going. That helps. Well, I can do those stitches, just never looks as good. Take your time. It's all about tension and getting used to the tension on each stitch. You have practice of those stitches in separate, like chains, singles, half doubles. Just do separate rows of each stitch. Laughter is inner jogging. Oh, I like that. Thank you, TNL. It is. I'd be so slim. Have to walk around the shower to get wet. Oh, must be off. Oh, hang on. I'm going to talk to you about the picture. Here, let me show you. And this is what happened to my camera when I tried to take the photo. There's the first one. That's what the colours of the peacock look like. So when you said more purple, just heads up, the only purple you see is right there. That is all. I can't see much purple. There's a little bit in between the feathers, which I may pop a little bit in there. Yeah. That's a close-up of it. See the purple there, right there, but nowhere else. Yeah. And then there's this one here. There's this one here. Yeah. And then there's this one here. Now, this is where those chains are coming in. This doesn't look exactly like a peacock. Yeah. This is just inspired by the colors of the peacock. So these are going to be the chain rows that you see there. I wanted them to be V-stitch rows. So you had all your doubles across here, and then you had a V-stitch there. And then doubles across here, V-stitch, doubles to V-stitch, and so on. But it didn't quite work out as planned. Now, these came out really badly. I mean, look at this one. It came out really badly on the printer. It was really badly. They are photos that I had on my computer from, I don't know, 100 years ago. So I really couldn't tell you where I got them from. And I'm using those pictures in part 4 for you to understand where those chains are coming in from. Yeah. And I've lost everything. Must be off. Yes, we said Marty in charge. Yes, Marty's in charge. Thank you very much. Needs pink. We'll have to do a fabulous as flamingo blanket. Hilarious. That would be fun. Pout. I just love purple, but it's okay. But you know what, Aussie? We have a lot of purple left over because I bought 2 skeins, right? So there's going to be maybe about 180 grams worth of purple left over. We're going to do something on the channel with it. So because I love the purple so much, when I saw it, it was like it stuck out at me, and I thought, I love that purple. We're going to do something on the channel with it. So keep your eyes peeled for that. It's definitely a color. I love the purple itself. It's definitely a color I want to use on the channel. Could do it in Fail, whatever that is, Faily. But there, it's definitely a beautiful purple. I don't know if you have the same yarn, Aussie, but this one here is definitely a very beautiful color. And in actual fact, I'm finding taking a photo of this a little tricky. It's a bit like, it's got like a shimmer, not a shimmer. It's got a shine. The yarn is kind of shiny. And when you take a photo, it comes across very blurry. So I'm having a lot of trouble getting photos. I'm thinking maybe once we do part 4, it'll be quite big. I can hang it off a chair and just let it dangle. Because when I take a photo from down, the top down, it glares no matter what you use. If you use a lighting the fancy lightings, or if you use the daylight out there, it literally blurs. So heads up there, guys. Can't spell it. Don't spell check. Don't worry about it. Fish without bones. Okay, gotcha. Aussie Gypsy Purple. We have to get Mary to make something. Definitely getting something on the channel using the purple. Definitely. Because I love that purple when I saw it. I remember having the chat with Jody when Jody chose the colors. I really, really love that purple. We had a lot of problems getting the purple. Apparently, they were stopping that particular purple. You know, stop making that one. They are making others, which is fine. So we didn't have enough here left in Australia. I had to order it from overseas in the UK and get it sent to me. And then I sent a couple off to Jody. I should have sent it straight to Jody from there. But anyway, and I had to do that to get the purple. It took me a long time to get the purple, which is why we didn't start the blanket in the first place. And then so many other jobs came up in between that I just kept putting the blanket in the back burner. We're doing it now. Once we get part 4 out, you guys can just head off on your own and do your own rounds. And I'll tell you exactly how many rounds I'll be making and how big my blanket will be. Once I get to part 4, I will know the size. I haven't finished part 4, so I can't tell you what my size is going to be. Yep. Aussie Gypsy, yes, we've done that already. If Mary makes a purple people eater. Oh, cool with that. I'm using acrylic yarn and the colors are beautiful, including the purple, which is great. This is cotton. This is pure 100% cotton. I think it's Pima cotton. Pima cotton. Pima. I can't say it, but it's cotton. It's a good cotton and it's a nice solid cotton. And actually, practicing this particular stitch here, I did the V-stitch, I did the chain stitch and the single crochets with the chains and the half doubles with the chains and the rest of it. I used that, I don't know what you want to call it, jade or aqua. I used that one to practice the stitch and it didn't even get fray. You know, sometimes when you use it too much, the yarn, and it sort of frays a little bit, gets a bit fuzzy, it didn't even become frayed. So it's actually a good cotton, a really solid cotton. And you get what you pay for, really, in some yarns. I'm cool with that. I'm using acrylic yarn. Oh, we've got that already, including the purple. Yes, I said that already. So I just wanted to let you know that when you do get part 4, you will be getting these pictures on it as well, showing the reason why I want to do those chains that go that way. And again, I wanted to do, you know, say 5 double crochets and then a V-stitch, 5 double crochets V. And in the next round, again, do the same. It kind of didn't work out. That doesn't mean I won't do it. You know, I'll see. It's all about playing. If this stitch works, then I won't worry about doing the V-stitch 1. But if this stitch doesn't work, we'll go back to the V-stitch and I'll play with that. Again, when you're designing something, guys, just play with the stitches. You've got nothing to lose by playing with stitches. Just be careful if you overuse your yarn. Like when I was doing the tutorial for the scarf, I use this red skein of yarn, which I use often on the channel. And you can even see it now. It's all fray. I don't know if you can see it from there. It's all very fray, and it's because I overuse it. And it was splitting on when I was doing the tutorial. And I did that on its own tutorial, but then I struggled to see the stitches when I was doing the teaching. So I stopped that, started using the red, and then went back to that. But, you know, that doesn't mean anything. It's still the green. I'm using Pima cotton on the tablecloth. Imagine fall colours. Yes. Oh, imagine the fall colours, the autumn colours. Yes. You're a prim. Oh, oh, what, Franca? Cheers, everyone. All right. I just wanted to let you know that that's happening. Part 4 is happening, and that's going to come probably one day next week, which is very exciting because I now know what I'm doing. Hopefully. She says that she's thinking, do I? I now know what I'm doing. So that'll come next week, and you'll get an opportunity to just head off on your own and do as many rows as you like. Once you get the pattern down pat, and the pattern is not that difficult, really. It's just adding an extra double crochet, and you'll work that out when you're ready to do yours. So it's a basic, that is the most basic rows that we have done on this blanket. Those 2 rows there, the most basic rows, and it'll be that row and then just adding the extra double crochet, and we'll talk about that on the tutorial, so I won't leave you out in a lurch. So I don't think part 4's tutorial will be a very big tutorial, so it'll be like a short one saying, right, this is what I need you to do, and you can do this many rows for this measurement, this many rows for this measurement, and this many rows for this measurement, entirely up to you depending on your yarn. You need to be able to make sure you have enough yarn for the larger rows. Yep. Because the bigger the blanket, the bigger the rows, the more yarn you're using. I don't have a lot of yellow, but I mentioned in part 4, because I have started recording part 4 already, that, let's find that page. It's upside down for starters. She's upside down. That this is what I wanted. Just talk amongst yourselves. She's all over the place. Here it is. Hello, wake up, Mary. That's the head of the bird, right? And that's your body. And I mentioned this in the pattern, right? In part 4 of the pattern. This part here, there, the inspiration was the top of the head, right? This part here, for the rest of the square bit, the inspiration was getting down to about halfway through the neck, putting in a bit of the yellows as well as we went along, and a little bit of the purple, right? And then this part here, all of that was all of that. I'm trying to find the other one. I used all 4 of them. Oh, that one's there. No, it's just that one there. Was all of that. Now we're getting into those colors, which are here. Bit of the green, bit of the aqua, a bit of the blue. And then, as well as that, we're getting into making the chains across this way. So I'm hoping that's making sense. You'll see more of it making sense on the actual tutorial. It doesn't look anything like a peacock, really, but it's inspired by those colors, if that makes sense. Mary, I'm loving your curls today. Mine's terrible, wavy, straight, mix, thick and long, need a haircut bad. Ozzy, my curls, look, they're great, but they've got mousse. If I didn't put mousse, it would be like this. It would just be like that, stick down to there, and then this would just boof out the sides. It wouldn't be normal curls. Although I do get ringlets in summer when I go into beach water and come out, there's like little strands of ringlets everywhere, unless I brush it, and then it becomes out frizzy. It's just not that pretty. I've got to put the mousse in, otherwise it doesn't look nice. Oh, I should have just taken the compliment, shouldn't I? What is wrong with me? What? All right, so that's the peacock blanket. Now, I've talked a lot about that on purpose because I want you to know that that's what's holding up everything. Because I've been practicing all the stitches and changing my mind, and I actually recorded the V-stitch, I think 3 rows of the V-stitch, and it just did not work out. So maybe I need to add an extra double crochet row in between or something. Anyway, look, we won't worry about that. We'll see how this works out. And I don't know how this is going to work out until I record it. Like until I do each row. I've got to do each row for it to work out. I think I've been showing you the wrong side of the blanket anyway, for starters. Oh no, that was the right side. Hello. Oh, she's not thinking straight, is she? So there you go. What was that? What was that scary noise? There's no one home. You can't take me anywhere, can you? Oh, what was that noise? Anyone know what that noise was? I'm so scared. Lots of boogeyman's here. Big baby. It curls better if you stop straightening it. Yes, it does. Laughing every time you change the colour on the pattern, you say to do you hate me? Well, you know why? Because I sit there and think, oh, you're going to hate me, guys. Beauty is pain. I say, beauty is pain. Cut the yarn. A lot of people do not like weaving in ends. So I always say, oh, I'm so sorry. Do you hate me? I'm going to cut the yarn again. But you know what? It does look gorgeous with all the colours. Seriously, you can actually do this blanket without colours. You can do this blanket as one solid colour if you like. I don't think it'll give the same effect. It will still look nice, but it won't give the same effect, I think. I think that the colour combination, we kind of restricted ourselves to the peacock colours, which is the reason why we're doing it, right? But it would have looked good if we had, listen to me, I'm ready to start using red, right? It would have looked good if we had some red in there, a bit of cream maybe, a grey would have been nice, but that's okay. Excuse me. It is beautiful. Thank you. Oh, you just woke up, Pamela. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ready to work. Popping in to say hello. Hello, hello, Pamela. What? To the US from Australia. It is beautiful, TNL. Look, TNL, I actually, I'm really excited about the blanket. And if you didn't know this, we do giveaways, which we're starting to call surprises now because we're trying to get rid of all the nasties. And we do these surprises where I say, right, you get to choose the yarn, the hook, the scissors, the sewing needle, and the pattern if you win this prize. So you get it, the whole kit and caboodle, right? What you need to do is decide on a name of the project, decide what color combinations the project will be. I will tell you what I want, like I need a cotton or I need a wool. This is all cotton. I said I wanted the blanket to be cotton, right? And everybody got to put down what they wanted as a blanket. They gave me a name and then they gave me a color combination. And I said they had to choose the yarn as well. This one was difficult because you had to choose the yarn. And the yarn had to be readily available in Australia so that I can get it easy. So it was a bit tricky, that giveaway. And the lovely Jody, one of our other subscribers, one of our long-term subscribers, she won that giveaway on that one, which was a whole year ago. And we still haven't done it. Well, when I say we, I mean me. I don't mean you, I mean me. I still haven't done it. Well, no, I have. We're doing it now. We're doing it now. And it happens a lot, TNL, but we haven't done one this year, I don't think. Not like that. I think we've done something else. That one's coming up. Oh, she just can't keep her mouth. She just can't do it. She can't stop it. It just keeps going. It was like a motor mouth, they used to call me in the old days, yeah, which is last week. And she just doesn't stop, yeah. And it is coming up. It's coming up in September. She can't stop. It's in the first Thursday of September. That's why I'm trying not to run into first Thursday of September. I don't want to run into it. I'm using acrylic yarn for it, and it's working up lovely. You can use anything you like. You can do yours in wool. Excuse me. I better have a drink. Excuse me. Cheers. You can do yours in wool. You can do it in acrylic. Because it's a blanket, there's no limits. You can do it in whatever you want. Just make sure you're using the right size hook for the yarn that you're using. If, like, we're using a DK weight, you could have done this in an Aran weight. You could have done this in a chunky. Oh, I don't know, maybe a chunky might be too much. But you could do this in any yarn you want. Use the right size hook and you won't go wrong. What is the size hook I'm using? We're using a 4mm hook that suits the yarn. But you can use whatever you want. There are no rules. This is why I love blankets. I want to say no rules. There's counting rules. You've got to keep count, yeah? But there are no rules on what you can use. It's like an open book. And you decide what the next chapter is going to be. It's fantastic. I love it. I get ants in my pants when I talk crochet, don't I? I really do. I'm using, we got that September. I know she can't keep her mouth. Really, I don't know, Franca, what I do. It just comes out. It just blurts. She just can't keep it. She can't keep it quiet. All right. So yes, in September, first Thursday of the month of September, there will be the information on that next giveaway. So in actual fact, you've been waiting for this one because I talked about it not long ago. I just didn't tell you what exactly it was going to be. Exactly. I haven't exactly told you what it was going to be. But we did mention this a few weeks back with all that yarn that was over there. Oh, she can't stop. She just can't stop. I can't use wool. It makes me break out terribly. But anyway, yes, acrylic for me. Yes, acrylic and cotton. Easy. I love cotton. I use cotton for everything because I break out in rashes. However, the Polworth yarn, which is a Polworth sheep, I don't break out in a rash on that one. So that's fantastic. But it's also very expensive. So I've been using cotton a lot when it comes to creating blankets lately. So there you go. Hello from Jody. How are you, Jody? Lovely to have you here. Lovely to have you here, Jody. Jody, you're the other Jody because there's two Jodys. We have a Jody with a Y and Jody with an I. And you're Jody with an I. Let's try to say that fast. Jody with a Y, Jody with an I. You're Jody with the I. She's such a nag. Yeah, all right. So look, we talked a lot about the peacock blanket today. We've really gone overboard about this blanket. Let's just put it away now. I was going to say don't look at it, but I love looking at it. Sometimes I just stare at it. I just love the colours. Such a baby. Now, you know what it is? I've always been that way with crochet. No matter what it is I'm crocheting, like even our little, coasters and things, I'll just sit there and, I just admire it. It doesn't mean anything. Like, it's not for anything. I just love it. And I don't know if you know this, guys. A lot of my oldies or regulars in the past would know this. I used to do a victory dance, and I always have done in the past after every project I complete. I used to get up around the house and do a little dance, and I used to do it all the time, and I still do it, right? When we do and finish this guy right here, we're going to get a victory dance. I'm going to get my son. If you didn't know this, my son creates the music for our channel here. I'm going to get my son to create some music and do a little victory dance once this blanket is done. Jody is waiting, Mary. Oh, is she back or not? She's not back yet, is she? I hope she comes back soon. Yes, I'm not an oldie. Oh, you're not an oldie? When I say oldie, I don't mean old person. I mean being with the channel for a long time. Come on, get with it. We'd never call you an oldie. Never call anybody an oldie. Oh, I'm pretty much old. No, I'm 29. Been 29 for years. So we actually... I've just realised I'm 3/4 of the way through. Look at this. I'm 3/4 of the way through this row. I should have just finished it before I got on. Check it out. Check it out. 3/4 of the way. Right there. Right there. See, right from there to there. I should have just done it before I got on. So silly. I often do that. Sometimes I see something I've made, smile and think, I actually made that. Look, you can't help it, Marty. It's one of those things. There are pattern for it. I'm not sure what you mean there, Jody. Talk to me. For the blanket, we've got a tutorial here. The written pattern's coming, I promise. She's back 22nd of August, but she is still waiting. I know, while she's away, I didn't want to send it to her while she's away. She can't do anything while she's away. I'm 29 and holding 2. I've been 29 for years, Tina. Then you would rush and have to pull it out. Yes. Yeah, I don't want to stress it. I don't want to rush anything. I got what you meant there, Bonnie. I don't want to rush it. I haven't, when it comes to this blanket, I've taken my time because there's a lot of colour involved, and if you mess up one stitch, it's going to be noticed, yeah? Is there a pattern for this Afghan? I love it to do it. Well, we've got a tutorial on here, Jody, for this. It's called the Pretty as a Peacock Blanket. The tutorial is here on the channel. It's a playlist, and you can just start from part 1, work your way up to part 4. This is part 4. Part 4 has not been uploaded yet. These last 2 rows are the start of... Try that again. These last 2 rows are the start of part 4. The written pattern is coming. You will get the written pattern on the website once the blanket is complete. The written pattern will be on the website as a paid pattern. So you have the opportunity to purchase the written pattern as well. But we have the tutorials here on the channel, parts 1, 2, and 3. So go check them out. Have a lot of fun. Don't get upset when I say, do you hate me? You have to change colours again. What? Jody, it's on YouTube. Look back on Mary's playlist. Thank you, Ozzy. It's called Pretty as a Peacock Blanket Playlist. So go through all my playlists. It should be relatively up the top because it's relatively new playlist. A lot of the playlists that I have, there's a lot now. There's a lot of playlists. A lot of them will be down the bottom. A lot of the old ones will be down the bottom, but the new ones should be up the top. I'm totally doing this as I finish the blanket I'm working on. Look, I would suggest doing it. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm having trouble here talking now. I would suggest doing it, especially if you're new. I would say, I always do this to newbies. Just do it. Just do it. Try it. What have you got to lose? Don't use your good yarn though. Just use something cheap for a while. Have a play with some of the stitches. But they're all pretty basic stitches. Some of them just overlap the row below, or the round below, I should say. So all of these stitches you've done. The only tricky stitch you might have is the half treble. This is US terminology, by the way, is half treble. And it's not tricky, it's an extra loop to pull through. That's it. It's just an extra loop. One extra loop. Get that down packed and you're under control. So it's not completely difficult. It is easy with just, I think it's because it's so solid that everybody finds this, looking at it thinking, oh, there's no way I can do that. It's so hard. It's not hard at all. Very simple stitches. And a lot of it is repetitive, like me. I repeat all the time. That's what that is. It's repetitive. You do the first 5 stitches and then repeat, 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 repeat in the round. And then you do the same with the next round. And then the next round. Everything's a repeat stitch, so you can't go wrong. Yeah. A newbie should make a multi-stitch blanket. It teaches a lot. A newbie should make, yes, this would be good because you would be able to learn your chains, half doubles, singles, doubles, half trebles. We haven't done any trebles yet. I don't know whether I'll do trebles. We'll see. But really focus on borders as well, because borders, to me, I think a blanket really needs a border. Not all blankets need a border. Like the kaleidoscope blanket does not need a border. It sits on its own. But I think literally all blankets do need a border. I'm just so fussy, Anna. You're right, Bonnie. But these are very simple stitches, the basics. These are very simple stitches. They are. They're all very simple stitches here. There's nothing you can't do. The only thing you will have trouble with is a half treble, like I said, and also drop down stitch. That can be a little tricky to, not to do, but to keep the tension right. Yeah, you want to keep the tension right. If you pull too hard on it, it pulls at your work. If you leave it too loose, you can see gaps and things. So just be careful with your drop down. And you'll know what I mean by drop down stitch when I start saying, right, we're going to do a drop down stitch. We're going to go to the round, two rounds down. And then you'll know that's what it means. They're not difficult at all. Just, you know, uncomfortable to do. Because we don't do them all the time, yeah? But they're not difficult at all. Guys, let me talk about what's happening this week. Now, you know we're getting the zip purse. Definitely getting the zip purse this week. I don't know when you're going to get First Thursday now. But for those of you waiting for the pattern for the beanie because you've already purchased the pack or you've already won a freebie from me and you're waiting for that pattern, you will get that before First Thursday goes up. I do promise you of that at least. Don't worry about frogging. It means you've learned something, and better still, you've worked out where and why you went wrong. I love to frog. People don't like frogging their work. I love to do it. I don't like it. Like, I don't really like it. But I love doing it because same thing you said, Marty, you've learned something new. You've learned, hey, I've made this mistake. Let's go back and fix it. And you've learned to pick up your mistake, which is the best thing. And sometimes I don't even know that. And I get angry with myself. I finish a whole project and think, how did I miss that? Why did I miss that? So really important to learn to take frogging as it comes. Frogging means to undo all your work. That's all. Undo all the rows you just did because you made a mistake 20 rows back. We don't want to do that on blankets like this because that can get out of control. But I've done that before on many different blankets. Now, the pattern that we're up to at the moment, we're up to 315 stitches. We are working on 315 stitches in the first round. I'm telling a lie. We're working with 315 stitches on that aqua round. Then we're working with, I can't remember how many more on the next round because it's added extra per set. So I have to calculate that, do my math, and let you know. But we are working on a lot of stitches. So when you have to frog those stitches, take them all undone and start again, you think, no. So I've learnt, and this is a lesson. Here's a little tip. Maybe you'll do this, maybe you won't. Every time I do 5 sets or 10 sets or something, I go back and check those 5 sets. Literally check it. You know, a mistake I made when I was doing this pattern, right? This particular pattern, the very first round, I got to the end. Where is it? I got to the end of the round, which is there, yeah? I got here, and I was 2 stitches extra, and I didn't know where I went wrong. And I counted every set I did. Believe it or not, it was the very last set. I had 3 double crochets in there, not 4. So you just have to be careful of your count. I went all the way around, took me ages to count every stitch, and then I realized if I just gone back the set, I would have noticed where I went wrong. So yeah, you're going to make mistakes. That's part of everything, really. Part of it all. Look how many mistakes I make already still in this day and age. All these years that I've been crocheting. Always good to frog earlier, better to frog a few stitches rather than a bunch of rows. Yes, I know. Yep, been there. It's one of those things. I do have a tutorial here though on the V-stitch blanket, where I teach you if you've missed one double crochet through the whole blanket, which I left one out on purpose so that I can show you guys how to add it. And I have shown a tutorial on how to add a double crochet if you've left it out in the middle of your work. And in actual fact, Kiki, who's, I don't know if she's still, she's gone, she did bobble stitches and she left one bobble out. And I showed her how to add that extra bobble that she had left out. So there you go. You can fix things. So I don't have to redo. Yes, I lose count in rounds all the time. Life with a brain injury. But you know what, Jay, what you can do if you lose count all the time and you know you're going to, literally put stitch markers on every 10th stitch. So you can go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and that helps a little bit. Or on every 4th set. Like these are sets. Every 5th set. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of 5 double crochets in each set. You know what I mean? Like calculate your sets, and that helps it rather than calculating per stitch. My husband gets off. I won't say that word. He will be he'll be talking away, and I'll say, shh, I'm counting. You know what I do? I go 5, 6, 7. I start talking 8, 9, 10, and I start yelling at people when they start talking while I'm counting. They know I'm counting. Don't talk. That's what you do now, Jay. It's a good idea. I've got to head off to work. Catch you soon. Bye, Marty. We will see you very soon. I'm almost over. Oh, I shouldn't say over. I'm almost done here as well, guys. Just to let you know again, you're getting your zipped purse this week. I will try and get the first Thursday out by Saturday, but don't yell at me if I don't. Please don't yell at me. Whether I get it out or not, those of you who are waiting for your stitch pattern, you will get it, I promise, before the first Thursday goes up, regardless of when it goes up. Yeah. You will get your pattern. And there's a lot of people that were waiting for the V-stitch pattern. If you didn't know this, we had the wheel on our lives a few months back. And a lot of people won something from there, and they're still waiting. I haven't forgotten about you guys. I know who you are. I haven't forgotten about you. And I haven't forgotten about another lady who's on our live at the moment who purchased the whole pack for the V-stitch beanie. And I haven't forgotten about you too, by the way. You know I haven't forgotten about you. And I will send you the pattern. Once it's done, you will get it before the pattern goes up on the website. So there you go. All good. Guys, I'm going to head off too. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Don't forget we have another live this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Melbourne, Australia time. Filet, that's how to spell the pink flamingo blanket. Okay. Stop, Bonnie. I want to thank everyone for joining us here today. Also wanted to thank again for anyone who has subscribed to the channel and helped us reach 17,000 subscribers this week. We're already way up to 1730 something already, so it's been very quick in the jump there, which is fantastic. And get everyone to get excited once we hit 20, because when we hit 20,000, it's gonna be fantastic. In the meantime, thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and do all the wonderful things that you guys do. And all I want to say is, like, I don't want to say anything much, but ciao for now. How naughty am I? Bye all. Have a good weekend and we'll see you on Saturday. Love to see me. Thank you, Shemi, but we're going, Shemi. Sorry. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye all.